As you know, I just concluded several hours of meetings with President Xi, and I believe they were some of the most constructive and productive discussions we've had.
They were certainly the first discussions Biden had had with China's President Xi in more than a year.
President Biden, how are talks going? Are you getting what you want?
But no one expected any great outcomes from the meeting, save for the fact the leaders of the world's two biggest economies were finally back on talking terms.
The thing that I find most assuring is he raised, and I fully agree, that either one of us have any concern about anything between our nations or happening in our region, we should pick up the phone and call one another, and we'll take the call. That's an important progress.
When being able to pick up a phone is important progress, you know just how bad things had become.
There's that.
So bad that earlier this year, when a Chinese spy balloon was spotted over the United States, Biden didn't call President Xi and instead told the world China was attempting to steal America's secrets and sent fighter jets to blow the balloon out of the sky.
It's hit. It's going down.
China was outraged, as was America, when Vladimir Putin travelled to Beijing last month to stand shoulder to shoulder with his dear friend President Xi. Throw in a tit-for-tat build-up of American and Chinese military might in the waters off Taiwan and a crackdown on US investment in key Chinese markets, and you have what many believed was the start of a new Cold War.
I value our conversation because I think it's paramount that you and I understand each other clearly, leader to leader, with no misconceptions or miscommunication.
So Biden and Xi coming together is a clear sign that both sides want to thaw tensions.
It is our peoples reaching out to each other that has time and time again brought the China-US relationship from a low ebb onto the right track. I'm convinced that once the door is opened, it will not shut again.
Warm words probably intended for these ears, American chief executives who were wined and dined by the Chinese president last night. With Beijing's economic growth slowing, Xi is desperate for US investment doors to reopen.
He needs American upskilling, he needs American investment. He doesn't want to lose that. And if Xi Jinping can provide any reassurance and keep the flow of investment and trade going, he will consider that a win.
But it wasn't a win he won yesterday, and nor will China and America ever agree on Taiwan. But the two leaders did at least agree to allow their military commanders to speak again and said they'd work together to clamp down on fentanyl, the drug that kills thousands of Americans every year. Things had been going precisely to plan until...
Would you still refer to President Xi as a dictator?
Well, look, he is.
President Biden, now off the teleprompter, casually labelled Xi a dictator, to the visible dismay of his Secretary of State. But proving that authoritarian leaders can also have a fluffy side, President Xi left the best bit till last, announcing that Beijing's pandas, who'd been summarily summoned back to China from the US, would now be allowed to return. This time, he said, as envoys of the newfound friendship between China and the United States.